Well, that was quite the dark ending of this episode of Magic Kaito. Like, that was really freaking dark. I didn't expect an ending like that of this episode. Out of all the countless episodes of Magic Kaito, this is the first time I think an episode has associated with death. Like, the first episode I think in this series that's associated with death. And to see how at the end of this episode, one of the main thieves, like Nightmare, was killed, fell, and died, just, you could take me by surprise. Like, I was taken aback when I saw that, like, of this episode. I just could not believe I witnessed a death in this episode, let alone the way it was done. Like, the way the death was done. Like, it's one thing to see how this cop dude was probably, he's upset because he probably lost his family or something like that, and he turned to being a thief, and then he died. But it's another when this dude that's a thief and was also a cop, he turns up and dies, and the reason why he became a thief was to steal gems, jewels, and stuff like that to pay for his son's medical treatment. And to come to find out at the end of the episode, he dies anyways, and he never gets to see if his son will survive past, you know, his medical treatment, or if he'll ever get that surgery he needs. So, this was quite the dark way to end this episode, because we don't know if Kenta, the son, is going to be fine. Like, we have no idea, because Magic Kaito is like an episodic, slightly episodic type series. Now, don't get me wrong, I know it's not 100% episodic, because it does, you know, progress towards the big in-game goal, it does do that, but when it comes to the overall structure of the episodes, you could kind of consider it episodic, and so, it makes me think that this boy, we might not ever get to see Kenta ever again. And if that is true, we don't ever know if he's going to survive, because he has some form of, you know, illness in the head, like in his brain. I'm guessing he might have some form of cancer or something. That's what I'm assuming. So, that's just like, whoa. Like, the ending, the way the son was left by himself. His father was the thief, and just like, yo, it's a really fucked up way to end this episode, because I want to know what's going to happen. I really want to know what's going to happen with the child, because he's going to have to go into an orphanage by himself. He's going to have to deal with this illness, and then he's already taken extreme painkillers as a child, and that's not good. So, wow, okay. This episode of Magic Kaito, straight up, definitely one of my personal favorites when it comes to this series. It definitely is, because to see the way Magic Kaito and the writer of this series tried to center this episode onto a darker path and showcase something a little bit more dark tone compared to previous episodes, it definitely shocks the readers or watchers of this series, and I personally enjoyed that quite a bit. Now, it isn't really new, relatively new to the series, when you have a new thief pop in and try to help out Kaito. It's like, not a new concept, but the way it was, you know, done in this episode, the concept of how the thief was, you know, taking 50% of, like, the cut, but at the end, we find out that this thief was actually betraying the other thieves that were helping him, shooting them down, and, you know, getting the jewels and making money off of it. It just goes to show you, like, how different this is compared to the previous episodes when Kaito is, you know, working with other thieves and stuff like that. So, I like it. I really like the way this episode was just showcased to all of us. Now, the overall episode, though, when it came to the actual stealing of the jewels and stuff like that, standard Magic Kaito greatness, just stealing the gems, freaking giving all the cops and everybody the middle finger, saying, like, I'm the Phantom Thief, Magic Kaito, you know, just being a badass. That's pretty much what Kaito did in this episode, and, I mean, it was a very, very fun episode of Kaito this week. Like, I have no issues with it. It just shocks you when you see an episode like this that doesn't really have a happy type ending, because usually episodes of Kaito have a happy-ish type ending, because usually the gems get restored, they go back to the place they belong, usually there's some moral you can learn from the episode that's just really happy tone and everything ends well. But with this episode, I can't necessarily say that this was a very happy-go-lucky ending, because it wasn't. It really was. I mean, it was a happy ending the way it was done, the way Kaito helped him out, and he tried to help him out, but the way it was done, it just shows you that this dude, like, he never got to see his son again. It's just like, yo. So, how do y'all feel about this episode of Magic Kaito? I mean, were you shocked as me when you were watching this episode? Because I did not expect to walk into an episode like this. Like, I was reading your Chibi's comments last week saying, like, I should step up and prepare for a dark episode. I was expecting something dark, but I didn't expect something as dark as this, you know, going along with a child being an orphan to a child having, like, some form of brain illness. Just to see something like that, I just did not expect. I wasn't ready for that. So, yeah, how do you Chibits feel about this episode? You manga readers of Magic Kaito, how do you feel about this episode? You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.